Hi YouTube, it's Lena, and I have a literal main tonight, but I also have Empties. So as much as I was like, oh my god, these are so long last month, y'all seem to love having almost an hour's worth of Empties. So, well, I don't want to wait 2 months to do an Empties again because they build up really, really bad. I won't feel bad about going over at least 20 minutes anymore because y'all seem to really like it. So let's get into it. We're gonna have the makeup first as always, and then full size, travel size, and then any sort of like foil samples at the bottom. So that makeup first. Let's just dump it all out instead of trying to pick it out of here one piece at a time. That makes more sense. We have a little powder. This is the Cover FX Perfecting Setting Powder in Translucent Light. The powder was actually really nice. I actually did buy a full size in the 21 Days of Beauty from Ulta in September. I think it was September. But this packaging was kind of annoying just because it's really, really small. Like, it's cute. I like that they actually put like the full seal on it and everything, but it's a pain in the ass to use all over your face. So I actually pressed it into a compact to get it used up. But it is now used up. And I did really like it and purchased the full size for half off. This, I wish I could purchase again, but it's not cruelty free, so I can't. It is the Shiseido Ibuki Quick Fix Mist. I really love this as like a powder setter type product because I use 2 mists when I set my face because I'm extra like that. Like, I want something to take down a little bit of the powderiness and make it all blend together because I use a crap ton of powder to set my face because I am oily, as you see. Now, I'm wearing a glass balm today for a primer because I'm, what's it called? Not reviewing the stuff from my BoxyCharm, but like testing it out from October. So I'd say I look very glass skinned today, so it's actually doing its job. But this is what I would use to like take down the powder, and I really loved it, and it smells really good. But Shiseido's not cruelty free, and I am trying to go cruelty free. It is a very long process, and that's okay, but I can't repurchase that, and that sucks. Next is something that, speaking of BoxyCharm, I actually got from a BoxyCharm like in 2018. This is the Tarteist Liquid Pro Glow Liquid Highlighter, I think it's called. I don't know. All the stuff is rubbed off. And this took me forever to use up, which I guess it means it's worth its money. But I didn't love it, so it was kind of annoying. What I really didn't like about it, other than the fact that it's like way too dark for me to use as a highlighter, but you know, there's different ways you can use something like that up. The problem with it is that it's really thick. Like, it's almost a cream. Like, it's got a almost similar texture to like a ColourPop cream highlighter, except it's in a tube. It's a little bit more liquid than that, but really not by much. So it didn't mix into foundations very well. I would have to kind of force mix it. Like, it wasn't a smooth, easy mix-in product. Something like, say, the NYX Born to Glow. It's like, that's really liquidy. That mixes into foundations wonderfully. This took a little bit of effort, so I used it up because I had it and I wanted to get, I say my money's worth, but at least the money's worth that I put into purchasing the BoxyCharm. So it's used up, it's gone. I don't like it for my purposes, so I would not seek it out again, but I mean, it's not a bad product, it's just not really for me. This I loved. This is the ColourPop BFF Volumizing Mascara. This is in the shade black, and I actually have to differentiate and say it's black because they come in a bunch of colors. I really like the brush. I do find this to be really volumizing. It dries out a little quickly, but it's like a $6 or $8 mascara. I don't exactly remember. I got this through a makeup swap box. It was brand new. They hadn't used it because mascara is one of those things that you really, really, really just don't want to share with people because you will give yourself an eye infection, and I get those really easily because I have sensitive ass eyes. But I would love to get this in like a blue, but I would have to be making a ColourPop order. Because I don't even think you can get the black one in like Ulta stores. Because ColourPop does sell in some Ulta stores now, but it's like a very limited selection. But I would seek that out and repurchase it. Like actually like buy one for myself the next time I make like a ColourPop order. All right. I wish I could get this again, but this is kind of a pain to get. This is the Marcel Hypoallergenic eyeliner in the shade Mulberry. Can I get a swatch? No, it's kind of dead, but you can at least get an idea for the color. It's really pretty blue. And it's very creamy, not highlighter, eyeliner, they kind of rhyme, that did stay put once you like put it on your face. So if you live in Canada where, you know, Marcel is a lot more easily and readily available, I definitely recommend it, but I don't live in Canada, so it's not that easy for me to get. I could buy it off of Birchbox's website though if I was ever making an order from their website for some reason. Marcel makes a really good micellar water too that comes in like this huge bottle. Just FYI. And they are cruelty free, so if I ever wanted either of those products again, I could totally have them, just, you know. Something I will probably repurchase in the future because I've never found anything that works quite as well as this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. Now, I've got those really, really wild eyebrow hairs. I call them crazy grandpa eyebrows because they stick out like, you know, crazy. They're very wiry is the short answer to that. So, like when I was in high school, I used hairspray sprayed onto like a spoolie brush and ran that through my eyebrows. But when it rains, hairspray leaks into your eyes. So when I discovered eyebrow gel, I thought I was sad, but most of them, except for this one, does it perfectly. The NYX Clear Brow Gel, as far as a drugstore option, is really good, but this is better. And it lasts a while longer. I think it just, the full size comes with more product. Or maybe I have to use less of it to get that hold, so it lasts me longer that way. But I have bought a full size before. I'm sure I will again once I run out of brow gels, but I'm actually out of clear brow gel, weirdly enough. Like, I just finally ran out. But I have all these colored brow gels that I need to use up before I go buy something like this. But now that I have blue hair, sometimes I want blue eyebrows and I can't use anything tinted in those. Right now for a clear option, this is the only clear thing I have. This is the e.l.f. Brow Wax. And it works okay, but not, it ain't that. And the e.l.f. Brow Gel works about as well for me as the NYX one, but the NYX one lasts longer than the e.l.f. one because you get like next to no product in that. Which I mean is $2, but whatever. This is another thing I really enjoyed. The Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Kiss Capuaco lip butter. I love the smell of this, and this one smells even more like caramel. I know that I should like scoop out what's inside, but the thing is, if I do that and put it in a pot, I'm never gonna use it. So there's no point in me doing it. I'm gonna reach for my stick lip balms. Like, this is a chapstick. I'm trying to use it up, but I would reach for that over anything in a pot because it's easier to put on. So I just know myself that way. I bought that as part of a kit last year for the holidays. They have another one this year that I'm planning on buying. So it will definitely be in my life again. I would not purchase it on its own because it's an $18 lip balm and I'm not somebody that's going to scoop it out and get every last little bit of it because I'm lazy and I don't use pot lip balms when I don't have to. Like, if I had the option of using anything else, that's what I'm going to use. And I know it's like, well, if you just put like one thing by your bedside, yes, that does work. That really does, but I don't want it. I know myself, I know I'm lazy. I feel like I got my money's worth just by using up what was on the outside and not having to scoop down into it, so it's okay with me. I'm rambly today. Next is something I would purchase a full size of, like totally in a heartbeat, if I didn't have like 8,000 bronzers. I need to do a bronzer declutter because I have some non-cruelty free ones that are going to take me like 3 years to go through, so I should just probably let them go. But this is the Balm's Take Home the Bronze Anti-Orange Bronzer in Oliver. When my sister did a favorites with me, I think it was a July favorites. Like, this is just a little mini, so it's all gone. You can't really see it. This was something that she said was a favorite, and I'm like, oh, I have a mini of that. I should break that out. So when I used up my e.l.f. bronzer, I did and used this up, and it's really nice. Like, it's really hard to go too hard on this bronzer as far as bronzing up your face is concerned. And when you're a ghost like me, having an idiot-proof bronzer is great. So the Balm, for a higher end brand, you can if you just wait till they do their half off sale on their website, I could get this for like drugstore price. And the next time that they do a half off sale, I just might. Actually, I might wait till like the end of next year when they do it, and then I would totally buy it. Let me see where my bronzer collection is by next year, and we'll decide from there. The last, like, not sample makeup thing is the Stila Glitter and Glow. This is in the shade Rose Gold Retro. I tried my best to get as much out of here as I could. So, and I think I actually did a pretty good job of it. Because, like, I can actually see through the bottom. So, there's some stuck on the sides, but this wand, literally, I can't get to it. I've even tried sticking brushes and stuff in there, and I can't get to it. Now, what I discovered by something that I already had to revive this, because it got really dried out, I have the Inglot Duraline, and just like 1 or 2 drops in there revived it. I could probably still make it work today and not have to add any more to it if I could get more product out. So when these dry, and I've heard other people say contact solution works pretty well. So if you don't have the Inglot Duraline, because I know Inglot's not hard to get, you just have to order from their website. Like, you can't get it from Sephora or Ulta or anything. But Duraline is relatively cheap because you only use like a drop or 2 at a time, and I think this is like 10 bucks. I think, and Inglot is cruelty free, so I can get it again if I need to. So the Duraline also revives ColourPop Super Shock shadows. Like, a drop at a time will revive it for a while. So Duraline's a really good thing to have, is what I'm trying to say, and it works on this. Going back to this, I actually do really like these. They're stunning, but I don't want to be one of those people that buys one in every color because they do dry out. Like, I have a full size, this is a slightly different, you know, formula right here. It's a shade Mystery because you can't, the shade's not quite predictable by looking on the outside. Like, say, this is, but they're basically the same thing. These dry out, especially once you pop out the stopper. And to get all the product out of it, you have to pop out the stopper eventually. So I would not want to own more than 1 or 2 of those at a time. That is a shade I would be willing to repurchase though, because it's really pretty. And it still looks super stunning, but if you don't want something super colorful, but still really bright and sparkly, it's a good shade. Obviously, I'm fine with color, but it's one that I can definitely like recommend. I actually have some perfume samples. This was the Juliet Has a Gun in Moscow Mule. I did not like this. Like, it smelled good when I just sprayed it in the air, and that's how I used it up, like as a room spray, but on me, body chemistry, no. And I have 2 Zany Laney mini sprays right here. This is Murder Mom Real Quick, and I believe it has banana in it, which is why I didn't buy it. Yeah, I can almost read it on here. Banana, cranberries, and something else. So Brian doesn't like banana scents. There's a bunch of scents he doesn't like. Banana happens to be one of them, but I actually really like this, and this is something I might buy, like, say, as a spray for my office. So, and this other one is Woogity Woogity, and it is blue raspberry. I'm trying to read. Blue raspberry, ocean breeze, and blue raspberry, ocean breeze, and lavender. Now, lavender is something I in particular don't like, but Lainey herself, who gets like massive migraines, I'm sorry, there's a hair like right in my eye, who gets like massive migraines from things like lavender, like she doesn't do floral scents really well, told me that it's not a really prominent note. It just gives it kind of a light floralness to it, like a freshness almost. And I would have to agree, this actually does smell really good. I don't know if I would buy a full spray of this, but if like, say, they did a deal again where I could buy like a bunch of little mini sprayers and pick out what I wanted, I would probably pick this out again. And I do have some makeup samples, because I just throw them in that bag as well. I have 2 of the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue. No, these are not my shade, but this tinted moisturizer will let you mix in a whitener really easily without screwing up the formula. And I love this formula. For some reason it works really well on my oily ass skin. I don't know why, it just does. But so when I get samples of it, I tend to use even the dark ones, because I know I could just use a mixer in there. So I used up 2 of the dark ones. I actually wound up really liking this, and it kind of surprised me. It is the IT Cosmetics number 50 Serum Collagen Veil Anti-Aging Primer. Like, I won't say this kept me matte, but it really held on to makeup, and my makeup was still there after like a 12-hour day one day when I wore this. So I'm actually kind of tempted to... I don't want to say I'm tempted to get it, because I have so many primers that I don't need to be buying another one, especially an IT Cosmetics one, because it's probably expensive. But say this popped up in a 21 Days of Beauty, I'd probably get it, because it's really nice. Are you? Okay, I know what you are. This is the Sephora 10-Hour Wear Foundation. I wish Sephora was cruelty-free, because otherwise, if it was, I'd probably buy this, because it's really nice. Because it's something that actually hangs on my face, but they're not, so no. And finally, before we get into this thingy, we have the Urban Decay eyeshadow in Desperation. So just like a dark kind of taupey color. It was fine for like setting my eyeliner and using on the outer corner of my eyeshadows. I wouldn't buy a dark shadow like this in a single from really any brand, especially Urban Decay, because they're expensive. So it was good, but I wouldn't go out and purchase a full size of that. All right, let's get into here. Glam Glow Gentle Bubble Daily Conditioning Cleanser. It's a very basic cleanser. I don't think you need to spend $28 on it. The Green Goo Hibiscus Plant-Based Body Scrub. This is a really nice body scrub. I love my Zany Laney scrubs, and this is a similar kind of formula where it's really scrubby, but it's still got a bit of an oil to it to leave you pretty moisturized too. Now, I got more uses out of this than the Zany Laney because it contains more product, duh. But I still went through this fairly quickly, and it is a $35 scrub. And I don't love the smell. Like, there is, it might be lavender or something that's in this that it's okay. I can use it, and I got this from my FabFitFun box, but I wouldn't purchase a full size of it on my own. Now, when I mentioned on my Instagram actually that I liked the scrub, but I didn't like the scent, they actually left a comment saying that they come in other scents. So if, say, during one of those FabFitFun style edit sales or whatever they do, where you can get a bunch of stuff half off, if one of their other ones popped up in a different scent and it was like half off, I'd buy it. But, you know, it's something that I would kind of look out for on FabFitFun's website to be on like a sale or something like that, but I wouldn't just go to their website and purchase it, I guess. Okay, here we have the Verb Sea Salt Spray. This is my favorite sea salt spray. I have another little $8 2 ounce of it. Actually, it's 2.4 ounces. These last me for like 1, 2, 3, 4. This has lasted me like 5 months. So you don't need to buy the full size. The $8 one will last you plenty long, and it's a really good one. Like, it does give you some good texture without making your hair crunchy or nasty. So, and Verb, cruelty free. This is the Apto Skincare Face Mist in Turmeric. I actually really liked this kind of as a toner. The sprayer on this was really bad, like I had to decant it, but my pomegranate one, because it came as a duo from FabFitFun actually, the pomegranate one sprays fine. So I think I just had a faulty sprayer. The thing is, I can't buy like this on its own. I have to buy the duo as far as I can tell. I might be wrong. I might be remembering wrong on that, but I think you have to buy the duo, in which case I wouldn't. it's kind of annoying that I can't just buy this. And I'll make a note if I'm wrong, but I think I'm right. But if I could buy it on its own, I might actually buy it again. Here's a little demon. This is the Miraness Purify Melt Advantage Makeup Remover. Yeah, you see there's product in there? I can't get it out. I have had hell with this since the beginning. The product itself is pretty darn good. However, Miraness is an Australian brand. My friend Hannah sent this to me as part of a Christmas gift last year. I'm gonna clean it off because one of the problems is this packaging fucking leaks and I hate it. But something I think happened in transit. I don't know if the packaging got busted or something. But not only does it leak, but now the package, this looks really cool, but like when you just pump it normally, it doesn't produce product because it doesn't actually come all the way up to the thing. Now how I was using it up was turning it upside down and pumping it that way. Well, now it still won't come out. So I gave up. I can't break this packaging apart. I've tried. So I'm sure I could literally bust it open, but I don't care enough. Because I've been using it for months. So I feel like I got her money's worth out of it. But yeah, I assume that it got like knocked around a little too much in transit. I can't imagine she would have bought this if it was naturally faulty ass packaging. Thank you, Hannah, for sending it to me. I do appreciate it. It's just, that packaging has been a nightmare using it up this year. Something else I wish I could repurchase, but I can't, is the Suave Professionals Dry Shampoo. My favorite dry shampoo. Super cheap. Can get it anywhere. Suave's not cruelty free, so I can't repurchase it. I do have like 4 in my backup stash though, so you'll be seeing them for a while. Here is the Deva Curl Melt Into Moisture Matcha Butter Conditioning Mask. The product's really good. I didn't like the smell, but I actually used this after I bleached my hair. I used a lot of it. So that's how I went through it kind of faster than I was expecting to. Deva Curl is cruelty free. When Brian gets through his back stock of shampoos and conditioners, this brand is probably what I'm going to switch him to because he has super curly hair. You wouldn't know it because he wears it back all the time, but he does. Oh, another Sol de Janeiro product. This is the Boom Boom Cream. I love it. I would repurchase. Like I said, I'm probably going to be buying a, what's it called? Holiday kit soon, because they are out now. Olay Eyes Pro Retinol Eye Treatment is a fairly basic eye cream. Olay's not cruelty free. Can't repurchase. Dr. Brandt Pores No More Vacuum Cleaner Pore Purifying Mask. Loved it, but Dr. Brandt's not cruelty free. Can't repurchase. I have a couple of these in my back stock because these came in a BoxyCharm, I think at some point in 2018. And I'm one of the few people that likes it apparently, so several of my friends sent me theirs. I've swapped for multiples of these on my subscription.com swapping site. But once I finish my last couple of bottles, it only takes me like 2 months to go through one of these because it's only 2 ounces of product and it probably only actually comes about right here filled up. For $42, that's not enough product. I wouldn't repurchase it on my own anyway because of that, but it's a really good mask if you want something that like deep cleans the shit out of your skin. This is what I bleached my hair with, like the last day of the month, which is why there's bleach in here, but hair dye in my November empties. It makes sense, I promise. I actually did a hunt when I decided to go cruelty free on what stuff like this I can use. Ion from Sally Beauty is actually cruelty free. So that was great to hear because they make really good products for the most part. This is their Color Brilliance Powder Lightener. They're ammonia free. These two were conditioning. This one was just the basic one. They're all like supposed to be a dust-free formula, which means they won't poof into the air when you're, getting them out of here and everything, which that was true. They actually smell, at least until you mixed in the developer, they actually smelled kind of decent. They are gardenia oil and coconut oil based to, in theory, make your hair dry out a little less when you bleach it. my hair still felt like straw afterwards. It's the nature of bleach. I don't blame it on this. I actually ended up buying a bucket of this because I needed more, because despite having 3 packets of it, I only got through about half of my hair. The joys of having a crap ton of hair. I've mentioned this in other empties. I'm trying to get away from makeup wipes because they are, you know, super disposable. But AOA makes some really nice ones. This is the Shop Missé's in-house brand, that website where you can get makeup and stuff for $1. These are really good, and they're cheaper than e.l.f. and they're cruelty free. You only get 15 to a pack, so make a note to buy like 4 packs. The first time I bought from them, I didn't realize that, so, you know, I went through them in like less than a month. But yeah, just other than making sure to buy at least 2 packs, they're great. Kirkland's from Costco, who is also cruelty free, makes really nice makeup wipes too, but you can only get them in like the giant box of like 180 of them. I'm going through that right now too. But they take off your makeup really well. The Kirkland ones are softer, but they're a little more expensive. Like by the wipe, they're a little more expensive because obviously the box is going to be more expensive than $1. But actually going like unit cost by the wipe, they're still a hair more expensive. Not by much, but a little bit. So, you know, and not everybody has access to a Costco, although I believe you can just buy it on like Amazon now. Like I think that's one of the things you can buy even though you don't have like a thing to them. They're really good, but I'm trying to get away from makeup wipes and use just like micellar water and like a wash rag. Works just as well. You're not throwing something in the garbage can. Caudalie grape water. This is just an aerosol spray of water. I loved it during the summer because it was hot as fuck. But this is not something I would normally buy. I got this in a BoxyCharm limited edition skincare box. Like it wasn't what lured me in or anything. It was like an extra part of the box. Let's see. Oh, I have a full-size Zany Laney spray and my oil leaked all over it. Nice. Shit. Anyways. This is called You Know Nothing. It is a Jon Snow based scent from Game of Thrones. Obviously it's fruit, green ivy, and violets. It does smell really nice. Unfortunately, I have an association with this scent now as to why I won't be buying it again. And that is I used it around my cat box, like her litter box. So now when I smell it, I think of cat litter. And like, I don't even like the smell of clean cat litter. So like even when it was fresh cat litter in there, I would spray this all over the place because I hate the smell of cat litter clean. Like obviously no one likes the smell of dirty cat litter, but I hate the smell of clean cat litter. I think I only have a couple more things in here before I get to sheet masks and samples. Wet n Wild, no longer cruelty free, the Perfect Palette Lip Scrub. This does smell really good. It is the, what is this called exactly? Tangerine scent? But they changed the formula, which means it's no longer nearly as good. So even if they were cruelty free or if I didn't care, I wouldn't repurchase it anyway. Biore baking soda, micellar water. This stings if you get it in your eye. And if it's something that I'm supposed to take off my makeup with, it's going to go around my eye. So can't even recommend it despite, even if Biore was cruelty free, I still can't recommend it. Dr. Brandt, there's a lot of damn Dr. Brandt here this month. Dr. Brandt Microdermabrasion Scrub, it's fine, but way too expensive for a face scrub when you can get a good face scrub in the drugstore, cruelty-free for a lot less. Acure makes some good scrubs, you just kind of got to figure out which scent do you like. I don't even think they make this anymore. The Avon Senses Vanilla Antibacterial, my mom got me this for Christmas one year and I finally used it up, so that's done. It did smell really good. And finally, before I get into things like sheet masks, Kirkland wipes. Like I said, they're really good. And an Eco Tools mask sponge. You guys know I love these. I use my clay masks a lot more when I have these to like wet and help me wipe it off instead of having to spend 20 minutes at the sink trying to rinse off a clay mask. So I do really like these. Sheet masks. let's see. Oh, wait, no, this is a full size too, but I could do it with a sheet mask. It's okay. Let's see. Oh, this thing looked crazy, and I have a picture of it too. This is the Coco Star Slice Sheet Mask in Watermelon. It was like little watermelon slices all over my face. It smelled really good. I don't know if it did anything, but it was, you know, thoroughly obnoxious looking. A Shining Nature Purity Jeju Volcanic Ash Mask. I think this is my last one. I think I finally used them all up, but they're really nice. Karuna Hydromud Face Mask. This was weird. It's like a sheet mask, but made of mud. So it had like a plastic thing on one side so that I could put it on my face, peel off the plastic and let it sit there. But then I could like peel the mud off and then just rinse off a little bit of the remainder. So it was fun. I feel like it cleaned up, despite being Hydro Mud, I feel like it did clean up my skin a little bit too. So it was fun, but I probably wouldn't repurchase. I have like one more in my back stock. A Glam Up Refreshing Peppermint Sheet Mask. This was fun. It does smell like peppermint, but it doesn't like sting your eyes, so that was cool. I got this through 0.8 liter. I have like a pack of 10 of them. I have no idea who makes this. There's literally like nothing on here in freaking English except Coenzyme Q10 Facial Mask Pack and Chumchurum, which is a Korean or maybe Taiwanese, I'm not sure. Something Asian drink, which is I think what the base of this mask is supposed to be. So it was fine, but I got so annoyed trying to figure out who the hell made this damn thing that I don't even care anymore. And finally, we have an Suei Acai Berry Revitalizing Sleeping Mask Pack. Suei is cruelty free and they're really cheap, so that's always awesome. I would actually recommend this if you're looking for like a sleeping mask of some variety, because it wasn't like obnoxiously greasy, but it still felt like it really deep moisturized my skin. I would use this after using like that Dr. Brandt mask or something like that. Something that both deep cleans and leaves my face feeling really red and kind of sensitive, which is what I want from those masks, but this kind of soothed it afterwards. I don't remember exactly how I got this, probably in a Walmart beauty box when I was still subscribed to them, but I would actually purchase this if I needed something like that again. And I don't say that much for sleeping masks because I find that most of the time they're just like, you know, super hyped up moisturizers. Let's see, we have an Exuviance Intensive Eye Treatment Mask. This was fine. I finally used it up. I've been kind of trying to remember to for ages and just didn't, but it's like an eye sheet mask. A Garnier Whole Blends Haute Delicacy Shampoo and Conditioner. Fine, not cruelty free. Wouldn't seek it out. Living Proof Timeless Pre-Shampoo Treatment. Can't even get this anymore. Living Proof, I believe, is cruelty free though. Also, the Restorative Mask Treatment. This was okay, but nothing like amazing. The number 7 Protect and Perfect Intense Advanced Serum. If you want like a fairly, I don't want to say basic, but like a fairly low-key serum from the drugstore from a cruelty-free brand, this is a good one. I need a little more oomph to my serums. Like, it's supposed to be for advanced signs of aging, but I didn't find it did too much. But if you want something that has like some extra moisture, maybe a little bit of boost in anti-aging properties, check it out. Like, it's not that badly priced for a serum. Boscia Detoxifying Black Cleanser. I need to find myself a warming cleanser that's from a cruelty-free brand because I do like this, but you know. There's some bleach powder on a couple of these, so don't freak out. Bare Mineral Skin Longevity Vital Power Infusion. Didn't do nothing. I've used up a mini of that too. It didn't do nothing. Vichy Dynamic Hydration Rich Cream. It's okay. I don't need nothing that intense. And a Skin Ink Pure Deep Sea Hydrating Mask. If Skin Ink was cruelty free, I might actually recommend this, or at least seek it out again, because it was basically like a sleeping mask, but it was still really nice. Like, my skin felt really good afterwards, so. Anyways, so did I make my goal this month? Technically, I'm trying to hit $333 every month. Yeah, I did that. I hit like 400, but I don't even need to hit that much anymore because I had enough months of going over to hit my $4,000 goal at the end of the year that, you know, I'm pretty close to it. I think next year, instead of setting like a monetary goal, I'm gonna set like a numbers goal because A, that'll make me, you know, hit my minis and my samples a little more. And I won't be so focused on just using like my more expensive stuff. Like I'll be a little more willing to use my drugstore stuff too. It's not that I'm not willing, it's just for project painting purposes. I have been favoring my more expensive stuff a little more to add to things. So I think next year, while I like the idea of having a goal and I will keep that, I'm gonna maybe pick like have 500 empties by the end of the year versus, you know, a $4,000 goal. So that's it. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I do really appreciate it, and hopefully I will see you later. Bye.